Coming right up, the Mavericks taking on the Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at small forward. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Here's Doncic following the basket by C.J. McCollum. And Doncic throws it down.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Lillard from outside. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. The drive by Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient, will take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Rebounded by McCollum.
And, you know, you can see in his eyes, he knows that is not a dunk he should have missed.
Now, here's Ariza. He's guarded close to the inside, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. That's to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team first attitude on display.
Hardaway against McCollum. The pass to Nurkic. Lillard looking around. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic, and it's Little in for Trevor Ariza. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Seth Curry comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here's Anthony. 4 on the shot clock. Porzingis with the steal. Hardaway with it. Now defended by McCollum. And he gets it to go.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Lillard. Here's Little. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Lillard against Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Little passes to Whiteside. They can't stop the run with that one.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Pass to Kleber. On the wing, Doncic. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 8. Here's Anthony. Whiteside, no good. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Doncic. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. That's now 8 points for Luka Doncic. Trailblazers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Passes it to McCollum. Out left to the wing. It's stolen by Curry. Doncic with it. Lillard picks him up. And Doncic throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far. and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Pass to McCollum. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot two here.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Hood's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Cauley Stein comes in for Porzingis, and it's Wright in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Kleber finds Brunson. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Trent, guarded by Wright. Kicks it out to McCollum. Feeds it to Hood. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He got... And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched a puck.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Cauley Stein. DeJuan Wright is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. Now, here's Collins. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Hood for three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Brunson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Now, here's Ariza. He kicks to Hood. Back to Ariza. To the paint. He's off on that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Here's Powell. And another basket for Dallas. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Put on the wing. Knocked away and stolen by Wright. And now here comes Wright leading the break. Here's Brunson. Wright, right side. Tries again. He lays it in.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Trailblazers trail by 17. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Hits, count that one from Nurkic.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Here's Finney Smith. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Cauley Stein against Nurkic. Shot clock at 5. Here's Brunson. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Brunson's got 4 points this quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Hood for 3. The shot will not fall. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is coming in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Back to Lillard.
Down, Miller.
The dish to Nurkic. Powell pulls it in. Dallas leading by 19 points. And Porzingis, here we go. And it goes down 2 points. Porzingis has got his first bucket in this one.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Nurkic finds Anthony. Lillard outside. Lets it go from deep. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Doncic against Lillard. And so Hood will bring it up for Portland. They trail by 18. In the corner, it's Little. Doncic against Lillard. Here's Nurkic, and he converts the layup.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
And the pass to Wright. Inside, here's Porzingis, and he uses the glass on the layup. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The shot comes out, and so it's Dallas, holding a big 18-point lead to close.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... From the get-go, it was Dallas who came out strong, displaying the force of a title. And...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. Doncic against Lillard, and Doncic gets it to go.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now, here's Nurkic. Good on the bucket. Nurkic has got 6.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Here's Powell. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Mavericks leading by 16. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Boy, Luka Doncic, such an all-around skill set. I mean, the defense having a real hard time containing him tonight.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Dallas.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. But they get it back. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Hardaway against McCollum. Hardaway passes to Doncic. He dishes it to Powell. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Now Porzingis after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 20. In the corner, it's Little. Back to McCollum. Great pass to set up the lay-in. McCollum's got 6. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Dallas.
You know, guys, you've got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
Hassan Whiteside. Good on the second free throw. 40 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Doncic feeling it out. Down low. Here's Cauley-Stein. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assist.
Now here's Whiteside. And here's McCollum for 3. Portland no good that time either. Cauley-Stein with it. Curry with a wide open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. Curry's got his second basket.
He's gaining more and more confidence over time from deep. Seth Curry proving he's got touch from out there.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Mavericks on top. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
On the floor for Dallas, Maxi Kleber is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Curry in at the shooting guard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Back to McCollum. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Lillard's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Dallas with a change here, too. Porzingis is checked in. Anthony kicks to Lillard. The three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Doncic left side. 8 feet away. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Doncic has got 20.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Doncic with the steal, and Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. It's deflected, and that's going to be a travel.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Then for the Mavericks, Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber, and Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. Back to Lillard. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Over in the quarter, Porzingis. Offline with his three. Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Mavericks leading by 22. A three ball. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Anthony. Here's Nurkic. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Curry on the wing. Here's the three. The shot off that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Over to the wing. Pass to Lillard. 1:52 left here in the fourth quarter. Reeves the dishes to Nurkic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Jackson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Wright, he's checked in for Curry. And Barea subbed in for Luka Doncic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That is his first foul of the game. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Barea kicks to Kleber. Pass to Marjanovic. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Kleber. There's the three. That shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Mavericks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Dallas needs to get off a shot. Kleber. Dallas again missing. And here are the Trailblazers now. With the second effort. count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Wright. Back to Barea. Kicks to Wright. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. Swanigan pulls it in. And so here's Portland. Simons the pass to Collins. And it's good. 2 points.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now Barea. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This crowd, David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles. Now it's
Good evening, Kevin. Well,
what a story. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, they've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 guard. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
A really good second-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverly fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Beverly. Here are the Mavericks now. Pass to Hardaway. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Beverly against Doncic. Yes, that goes in.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Beverly the pass to Morris. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Here's Finney Smith. Back to Powell. Stolen by Zubac. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Porzingis against Morris. Porzingis passes to Powell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And so he hits both. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Now here's Beverly from deep. George. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Leonard. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Zubac against Porzingis. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Curry comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Leonard, and Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Kawhi, a double-digit rebounder in college. Scouts knew that would be a transferable skill of his.
Outside Curry. And there's the pass to Powell. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Williams attacking. Out to Morris. Puts up a 3. He's looking for Harrell and finds him. Williams up on top. 6 to shoot. There's Shamet. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first. And Kleba slams it in.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Doncic passes to Kerr. Here's Finney-Smith. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
And Doncic throws it down.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Morris outside. 19 seconds left in the first quarter.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Brunson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Pass to Harrell. Here's Shamet. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 1. We'll be back shortly. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwbacks.
Old school basketball. You know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Green is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. The Clippers in the lead. Passes it to Shamet. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from outside. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Pass to Harrell. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Makes it off the glass. Harrell's got his second basket of the game. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes. We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Landry Shamet. Here's Brunson. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Zubats against Cauley Stein. Got a piece of it. Green finds Jackson. The Mavericks pull it in.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And here's Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Excellent D there from George.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Count the basket.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
And Wright, here we go. And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Wright. Cauley Stein's got 6 in the quarter. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Jackson looking it over. Now the pass to Zubats. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Mavericks leading. Here's Wright. It's hauled in by George. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Got a piece of it, but he recovers it. Zubats finds Jackson. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yep, that one goes. Cauley Stein's got 8 points.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Over in the corner, Beverly. He got it up, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that'll do it. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to Win or Lose, Kenny. The Mavericks have been one of the more stable organizations. And that'll...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Willie Cauley Stein.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Cauley Stein, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays. As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away.
Out to Morris. Fires from deep. And that one is off. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Cauley Stein with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's Powell. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now George. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. For 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Outside, George. An absolute bomb from three-point range. George has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Cauley Stein. Six on the shot clock. Passes it to Porzingis. A second chance effort. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the middle. Here's Morris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now just a 4-point Maverick lead.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Here's Powell. Morris with the rebound. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. And he banks in the layup. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Defense does a good job, but George won't relent. He rises to meet their challenge. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And George, here we go. Bucket is good. George has got 7. Here's Doncic. To the inside. Here's Powell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Mavericks leading by 4. Pass to Doncic. To the paint, Powell. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Montrezl Harrell did not like that.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Jackson drives in. Nobody near Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it. Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Williams in the post, guarded by Curry. Shots good by Williams.
Not only is Lou fast, he's tenacious. Feels the contact on the drive, doesn't stop him from completing the play.
To the left wing. Kleba finds Powell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Dallas shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He misses the free throw. He hits the 2nd from the line. There's 25 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Doncic. Dallas leading by 7. With the shot. Left side Hardaway. Shamet with the steal. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked.
And so it's Dallas heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll return shortly. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. They're down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Williams is out there with Jackson, and it's Shamet in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 7. It's Williams with the drive, and that one good.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Doncic dishes to Powell. Inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. The Clippers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Shamet kicks to Williams. There's the dish to Harrell. Tipped away. The pass to Shamet. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Just 5 on the clock. Lays it up off the glass.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That's foul number 2 for him. Los Angeles making a switch here. George is checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best 2-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley comes in for Lou Williams. Beverley deciding where to go with it. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Outside Curry. Here's Powell. Off on the layup. And that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That's his 5th foul. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Beverley, and the layup's good off the glass.
When he's not shooting threes, you'll find Patrick Beverley at the rim.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Curry passes to Porzingis. Powell with it. Kicks it to Doncic. Over in the corner, Porzingis wants to get it to Powell, and does. And the dunk by Powell.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned. Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's George missing. The Mavericks have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Doncic outside. To the paint. Here's Powell. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
George against Doncic. It's stolen by Morris. Here's George, and George with the stop.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
Back to Curry. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Curry on the wing. Here's Finney-Smith. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that one drops for him.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. Morris kicks to George. And George with the stuff.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
20 seconds left in the fourth. Curry on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark. George against Doncic. Outside, George. This one for three. It's in.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage. And there, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for The traffic in New York City. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. They get it back. Here's Powell. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
And Doncic gets it to go.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Powell trying to free himself up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Passes to Dinwiddie. And here is Allen. The kick out to Irving. Allen passes to KD. Over Porzingis. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. Another shot. And Allen with the nice bucket inside.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jared Allen.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Now Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
Dinwiddie finds Irving. Down low, here's Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Allen's got his second bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And the Nets with possession here. The Mavericks making the shot. Durant, no good. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. The shot by Powell, no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Hardaway with the steal. Pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Now, Powell is fantastic at finishing off the drive, wanting to power it down every time.
Back to Irving, intercepted. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Doncic leading the charge. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just leave it at the rim and let the big man do the rest. KP with the nice finish.
And KD's got the ball here for the Nets. Trailing here by 8. Here's Dinwiddie. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. And Harris subbed in for Karis LeVert. And then for Dallas, Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And it's Seth Curry in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 8. Here's KD. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, against aggressive defense, but Kevin Durant so good at keeping his balance even amidst getting knocked around.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Porzingis has got 6 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Irving against Doncic. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Shot clock at 6. Goes back up.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Harris inside. The 15-footer. The shot, no good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He notched 8.
I think you get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
On the court for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with Wright, and it's Curry in at the 3.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate. Oh, guys, you have got to love those long strides. KP able to cover some ground on his way to the rim.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Brunson the pass to Wright. Back to Brunson. Lays it up and banks it in. Brunson's got the lead up to 12 now for Dallas.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Irving against Brunson. Irving dishes to Prince. Back to Irving. Basket counts. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
I love that Kyrie Irving doesn't settle for something on the perimeter. He goes right to the cup.
Brunson against Irving. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And it's Harris off the drive. Feeds to Prince. Back to Harris. Irving against Brunson. From 13, off the left rim and out.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Wright. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and it's LeVert in for Kyrie Irving. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. Harris kicks to Prince. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And you watch Taurean Prince and how valuable he is to his team for a couple of reasons. Number one, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He defends at a high level, and he can really stretch the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Kevin Durant comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Joe Harris. Out to Hardaway. Back to Powell. Stolen by Durant. And, oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance. KD on the wing. Puts it up from 15. Kicks it out to Prince. Nets passing it around. He dishes it to Allen. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Mavericks leading by 10. To the middle. Pass to Finney-Smith. And Durant sends it back.
Boy, the long arms of Kevin Durant twice on the pipes.
There's the pass to LeVert to the wing right side. Dinwiddie wide open, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Mavericks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Doncic, good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
And then Durant with the dunk.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Doncic passes to Powell. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Powell's got the lead up to 12 now for Dallas.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 10 points, 2 rebounds. Thanks for joining.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Nets 5. Allen, that's good. Now Doncic. On the wing, Hardaway. Dinwiddie covering. Here's Powell. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Now the passion in New York is a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it, just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet.
Anticipating before the play can happen, Luka Doncic gets the break started.
You can't hit that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other. Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Allen finds Dinwiddie. Irving with it. Porzingis with the rebound.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
And the dunk by Powell.
And how about the ups of Dwight Powell? He's making these lobs look easy.
Nets trail by 16. Outside Irving. Here's Allen. Mavericks with the rebound. Powell inside. He's against Allen. And the dunk by Powell.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Doncic against Durant. Powell, that's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Allen kicks to Irving. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Doncic outside. Pass to Hardaway. Doncic against Irving. 5 to shoot. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, if you allow Hardaway to get near the rim, this is what's going to happen. This guy is a fantastic finisher.
Irving dishes to Allen. It's Durant on the wing. Guarded by Porzingis. And that one is good.
Well, this guy plays with such confidence and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Here's Finney-Smith. LeVert defending. Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
I think this is where Powell is really trying to improve, right? Sacrificing his body, taking it right to the defense.
And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And Luwawu subbed in for Irving. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. DeLon Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Curry's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Curry passes to Powell. Curry kicks to Brunson. To the inside. Here's Powell, and Jordan sends it back.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
Harris dishes to Jordan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Well, you know what DeAndre Jordan is going to bring to the table every night. Great effort, incredible presence on the backboards, a ton of length defensively. Love everything he does for you.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas, They've got Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber is out there with Powell. Then it's Curry. And it's Wright in at the 1 spot. Here's Curry with the 3. The rebound by Prince.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Dinwiddie outside. And good that time.
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Curry on the wing. The 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Kleber kicks to Curry. Pass to Cauley Stein. Here's Powell. Dallas moving it around. Right, the pass to Powell. The feed to Cauley Stein. Over Jordan. And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Wright. 6 points for Willie Cauley Stein.
DeLon Wright proving that he is an excellent decision maker on the offensive end. Teammate open, let me find him.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in. And then for Dallas, Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Jalen Brunson in for DeLon Wright. Now here's Brunson. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Brunson against Irving. Prince, right side, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley Stein. And the first one at the line is good, and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway's checked in for Seth Curry. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. 1:53 left in the game. Out to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Dishes to Powell. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. Nets trail by 18. Irving passes to Allen. Irving against Doncic. Pass to Durant. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Mavericks.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
Well, unselfish basketball. His ability to create for others has been the story of this game.
Here's Irving. And the shot goes in.
Listen, this guy is far from just a scorer. Kevin Durant loves to share the basketball.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. On the wing, Hardaway. The pass to Finney-Smith. And here is Doncic. He feeds it to Powell. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Nine seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's Crawford with the drive. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Outside Jordan. Here's Temple. No good there. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. And for the Mavericks, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3.
Well, that's a go-to for CJ. He looks to spray it from three-point line as much as he possibly can.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Lillard with it. Down low, McCollum. Good D by Hardaway. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
And Doncic, here we go.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Cullen passes to Lillard. No good on the 3. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And the dunk by Doncic.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Now, here's Lillard. The dish to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Ariza against Hardaway. And a wide open look for McCollum. Off target with his 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Seth Curry comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Here's Hardaway. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
Curry against McCollum. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line. Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Kicks it out to Collins. Left side, Hood takes the 3. It's rebounded by Brunson. Pass to Kleber, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 2.
And Rodney Hood, not a big name player, Bones, but he's earned a ton of minutes wherever he's played over the course of his career.
A lot of people just really happy for Rodney Hood that he can continue his career coming back from a torn Achilles, and that's no easy task. So for him to just be back out on the floor and contributing in any way is a great sign.
Now here's Collins. No points in the game yet for him. Ball's knocked loose. Whiteside, no good.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Curry kicks to Cauley-Stein. Over Collins. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Count that bucket.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. Second chance shot. No good that time.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
It's a tie game in Dallas. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he stayed
humble beginnings. You know, I'm from.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Lillard and Hood work together in the backcourt. And it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. And that one's good. Right. Here's Lillard. Outside Hood. To the middle. Kicks it out to Collins. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for DeLon Wright. Portland also making some changes. Anthony comes in for Collins. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Rodney Hood. The Mavericks shooting well, 50% from the floor. And Doncic, here we go. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. From the arc. The shot misses. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Hardaway goes in. Out to Doncic. The feed to Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas. The shot by Powell, no good. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got it all tied up now for Portland.
Well, this is where that sweet handle of McCollum's comes into play. When he goes on the dribble drive, very few defenders can get in good position to slow him down.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Porzingis with the block. And here comes the break. Floats it up for Doncic. Stolen by McCollum. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. That one falls coming off Anthony's feed. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. Lillard's gone 3 of 6 shooting from the field, 50% so far. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Seth Curry comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Whiteside finds McCollum for the 3. Little passes to Trent. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Trent's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. The Mavericks shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
McCollum, no good.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Billy Cauley-Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's DeLon Wright in for Hardaway. Zach Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. Rodney Hood comes in for McCollum. Hood for 3, but they recover it. Now the pass to Whiteside. Clock at 6. Shoots the 3. And Hood the bucket on the assist by Whiteside. Hood's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Here's Cauley-Stein, and he lays it straight in.
Making contact on the way up. Cauley-Stein going through it that time.
Here's Trent, guarded by Kerr. Trent passes to Whiteside. Outside Hood. Collins finds Hood. Lets the 3 fly, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so, all right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They didn't get more than a 1-possession lead in the period. 3 points. That's all for now.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward.
And great steal and look ahead there. Compared to most guys his age, Doncic sees the game at another level.
Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Kicks it out to Lillard. Doncic with the block.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
Well, I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
And here's McCollum for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And that'll be 2 free throws. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, Lillard and Steph Curry, we talk about their unlimited range on display that time from Damian.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
It's McCollum on the wing. Launches it. Powell pulls it in.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Curry's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Wright in for Luka Doncic. Hood for 3. Here's Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
Yeah, Hood does a good job there of surveying the floor and being ready to deliver the pass.
Here's Curry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Curry's got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Right wing. There's 1:38 left here in the third quarter. Trent can't hit.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Cauley Stein finds Kleber. Here's Finney-Smith, and the rejection by Collins. To the paint. Curry against Hood. Lets it go with a 3. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Portland also making some changes. Anthony's checked in for Collins. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Little. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, there's not a rebound that Whiteside cannot get to when he's floating around the charge circle, reaches up, snatches that one down.
Curry with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 11. Here's Trent. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Trent's got 6.
Well, we wasted absolutely no time getting the ball up the floor. Great instincts in transition.
Curry. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Trent passes to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. And Whiteside stays right with it.
You love the effort from Whiteside there to stay after it and find a way to slam that one back off the miss.
Here's Brunson. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Three-pointer, Lillard. A three-pointer is right on target. 12 points for him.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, that effort just not good enough, because even if that defender was a bit taller, the shooter already locked in.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll get right back to the action when we return. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard, Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard. And then Lillard slams it in.
You want evidence of Lillard finishing at the rim? I give you Exhibit A.
Doncic against Lillard. And it's sent back by Lillard. And here comes Ariza, leading the fast break. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Beautiful assist in transition. They beat the defense down the floor. The ball always wins.
Doncic kicks to Kleba. Outside Curry. Right block shot. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Pass to Whiteside. Misses the layup. Mavericks leading by 4. A pass to Porzingis. An emphatic LU jam.
That's a big target in Porzingis, but he delivers.
Lillard outside. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Anthony kicks to Ariza. Over to the left wing. Three-pointer, Lillard. The Mavericks pull it in. Right side Curry. Passes it to Kleba. Here's Doncic. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Ariza finds Lillard. He doesn't hit that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Anthony against Kleba. And Doncic throws it down.
And right now they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Lillard looking around. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Dallas leading by 10. Kleba inside. Covered by Anthony. A floater. Out to Doncic. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Doncic dishes to Curry. Back to Doncic. Pass to Curry. Out to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Kleba, and Kleba slams it in.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Right side finds Lillard. Fires the three. Left side Ariza. The pass to Lillard. Lets it fly. Kleba with the rebound.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Dallas.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Back to Lillard. From downtown. The Trailblazers rebound. Good. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
That's just pure strength and size from Whiteside. Just a Hulk out there. It remains a matchup problem for basically any roster to try to match up physically.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A stunning view of the moon. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in the center, locking down the middle. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic's out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
Here's George. Powell pulls it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. And where Finney-Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And, you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney-Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
And now the fast break. George with the ball. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Beverley. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverley's got his second basket of the game.
Like how Beverley takes on challenges. This guy's a pit bull in his competitiveness. Aggressive at shooting over the defense, even when they're all in him.
Now here's Hardaway. Pass to Powell. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And George, here we go. That one, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Stolen by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. George passes to Morris. Not going to go that time.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. A miss that time. Would have put him up. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Hardaway. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And it's the Clippers' ball. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
Love the unselfishness of Beverley. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
The drive by Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Now here's Beverley.
You got it. Come on.
Tries to save it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Seth Curry, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And then for the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And Doncic, here we go. Powell dishes to Curry. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Right, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. The Clippers also changing it up. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for George.
Well, you know, you've got to really appreciate DeLon Wright's relentless desire to get better. I mean, this guy's constantly trying to hone his craft.
And a 6'5" combo guard who uses his size well. Wright is pretty consistent across all areas.
And, you know, Greg, I watched him in college, and what I liked about him most, and I think other people kind of sleep on this guy is really excellent in terms of his feel for the game. I mean, he's got a control and poise about him that's contagious. Good instincts. I like his decision-making in transition. I just think he's an effective, efficient player.
He gets it in there.
You know, defenders like to try to get physical with Williams. I'll tell you what, his strength belies his size.
Outside for Curry. His three-pointers off the mark.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Curry passes to Cauley Stein, and he banks in the layup.
A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Jackson from long range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's a tie game in Dallas. And back with the start. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Landry Shamet is out there with Jermichael Green. Then it's Williams. Then there's Harrell, and it's Jackson in at the point. Williams. Kleba with the rebound. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's his first foul. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Curry. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Beverly's checked in. Knocked loose. Shamet with the steal. Beverly with the ball. Now Wright defending. Misses in close. The Mavericks shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And what I like about Cauley Stein is just how hard he plays. Really, both ends, a scrappy player.
Zubac is checked in for Harrell. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Over in the corner, Beverly fires the 3. Rebounded by Hardaway. Beverly's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Inside and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Beverly, the pass to Shamet. Beverly feeling it out a bit. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Wright, and then for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris comes in for Jermichael Green, and Georgia subbed in for Landry Shamet. Hardaway goes in. Doncic outside. Back to Hardaway. And the shot is good.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
From deep, George kicks it out to Leonard from past the arc. Hands it from downtown.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Kleba. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by George. And now it's a 3-point Clipper lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Morris with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. George against Hardaway. And it's George missing. Mavericks trail by 4. And the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Morris looking over the floor. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now here's Porzingis. Finney Smith passes to Pop. And the rejection by Zubac. And the Clippers another fast. Oh, what a play! Woo!
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Right, he's checked in for Dallas. 35 seconds left to play in the first half. Now Williams. In the corner. Shamet with it. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for Dallas. They trail by 6.
Hey, when Seth Curry sees holes in the defense, he pounces on them.
LA's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Williams kicks to Green. There's the triple. Harrell on the follow. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much. And that does it for our...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Paul George really making a difference here.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Dallas. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Powell.
Dwight Powell really showing continuing confidence in his inside game, and I think he's only going to get better down there.
And George kicks to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 6.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
To the paint. And the rejection by Zubac.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers leading by 9. And here's George for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Morris. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Doncic kicks to Kleber. Hardaway for 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Doncic with the steal. Pass break, Dallas. Here's the lob to the hoop. And Kleber slams it in.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
In the corner, it's Morris. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end. You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Mavericks trail by 15. Doncic passes to Kleber. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Kleber with the bucket.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable passer.
In the corner, George with it. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. George has got 10. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Boy, excellent situational awareness from Hardaway Jr. that time. I mean, he seems to know exactly where to get when the break is on.
On the wing, Morris. And the 3 off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Hardaway with it. Leonard picks him up. It's stolen by Morris. Beverly against Doncic. Here's George. A beautiful reverse layup. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Doncic kicks to Kleber. Here's Finney-Smith. No good on the triple. Clippers leading by 15. Beverly the pass to George. Good on the shot. He's got 14.
Taking advantage of that length inside, George has the size and touch to score with ease from there.
From deep, he got it!
Man, oh man, oh what a shot!
What range!
What a shot!
Goodness!
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They then active hands in a fourth. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Landry Shamet. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Jermichael Green. And there's Jackson, and it's Williams at the shooting guard. Jackson, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Jackson kicks to Curry. 5 on the clock. Jackson passes to Curry. Takes a 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Guys, you look at Porzingis, and it seems like he's got a knack for chasing down the ball on the offensive glass. Really good instincts.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Here's Shamet. Williams for 3. Cranes the three-pointer. And the Clippers lead by 14.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
The Clippers shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Pass to Jackson. Back to Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. 15-point game. Barea kicks to Jackson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. The shot by Kleba, wide open. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Morris finds Jackson. Lays it up off the glass.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Outside for Barea. Dallas moving the ball around. Curry can't get it to go.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Justin Jackson. And Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Barea. And then for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Landry Shamet. Paul George comes in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Right from outside, it's the three-point bomb.
Now that is huge when Wright is connecting from deep. It really spreads the floor for him and his teammates.
To the left side wing, Here's Patterson. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Mavericks trail by 18. And right, here we go. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, a nice drive that time from Wright. The defense didn't have a chance to counter.
LA has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Clippers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Paul George.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Here's Magruder. And he overshot that one, missing. The Mavericks shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Cauley-Stein with it. Leonard's there. Basket, good.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And here's Los Angeles. Man passes to Magruder. Leonard on the wing. Three-pointer. The rebound by Marjanovic. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. They trail by 14. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Patrick Patterson.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. And the Clippers have possession, leading by 12. Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Here's Man. To the wing on the left. From deep three-point range, it's off. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. And so the Nets starting 5. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Irving. No good that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. To the middle. In the dunk by Doncic.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Shot clock at 6, and he makes that one. Doncic has got his second basket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. Good possession there, exactly the way they drew it up.
Doncic against Irving. Doncic, no good. The Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Durant with it, now guarded by Porzingis.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries, not a good start.
And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That's his first foul. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Out to Hardaway. Pass to Powell.
Well, you love the defensive mindset that Jared Allen brings on a nightly basis. What a contest right there.
Dinwiddie against Doncic. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Out to Hardaway. Back to Powell. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Count it.
You have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
Here's Irving, and it's good for 2. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Curry. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Well, you know that Seth Curry will be aggressive regardless of where he is on the floor. Nice look inside there.
Stolen by Brunson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Durant. Harris comes in for Karis LeVert. And Luwawu subbed in for Dinwiddie. Good work there as it goes.
Well, the ability to score at all 3 levels makes Kyrie Irving a near impossible check. Good luck, fellas.
last season for Kyrie Irving really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
Prince finds Irving. Just 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
It's good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Poked away and stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's Curry. And Curry throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Brunson can't hit from in close. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And so... And it seems like players are constantly changing teams.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster,
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Man, why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
They've got Wright. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Curry in at the 3 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. The shot's good. Cauley-Stein's got the lead up to 12 now for Dallas.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Shoots from the right block, and no good. Trying to use the glass.
Just a solid performance on the interior.
DeLon Wright proving that he is an excellent decision maker on the offensive end. Teammate open, let me find him.
It's Prince on the wing. Goes up to the stripe. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Mavericks leading by 14. That shot is off. Good D by Jordan. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Jared Allen's checked in for the Nets. Hardaway with the steal. And now here comes Wright, leading the break. And finished off by Wright.
Well, you can see in transition, it's DeLon Wright's speed that makes defenders nervous. This guy able to get in transition so quickly.
And Luwawu gets it to go.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
The Mavericks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting. But there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Jordan. It's rebounded by Dallas. And right, here we go. Curry's shot is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Down low, here's Allen. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, that's a little bit of toughness and concentration. Jarrett Allen under duress of the defense. Nicely done.
And Curry, here we go. And yes, it's good. Curry's got 8.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Luwawu, the pass to Harris. Here's Luwawu. Harris, right side. It's not going to go for him.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Curry. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Prince against Kleba. Prince's shot is good.
Well, you know Prince is going to be aggressive. So if you're not going to make a commitment to stop him, he's going to make high percentage shots like that one.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to right. Jordan with the rebound. Nets trail by 18 to the inside. Prince dishes to Jordan. Prince kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. For 3, Harris. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Here's Dallas. They're on a 14-6 run. Wright finds Porzingis. And the foul called on Jarrett Allen. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 13 seconds left here in the second, and that one good. He has 6.
You got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Finney-Smith. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Right out of the gates, it was Dallas setting the tone. You could see the daggers in their op. And
there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Curry has been sensational.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. 5 to shoot. Hardaway passes to Powell. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And Jarrett Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Passes it to Finney-Smith. Dinwiddie with the steal.
Yeah, but just the second turnover of the game. I mean, overall, pretty meticulous offensively.
The shot's good from Irving.
Now, don't sleep on Kyrie Irving's perimeter game. Yes, he can get inside and score at will, but boy, you better check that jumper.
And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
Doncic against Irving. Shoots over Doncic. Again, the Nets for 2.
Boy, terrific read. Kyrie Irving understands what the defense is giving him and takes advantage.
It's Hardaway with the drive. Count that one. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
No good from Durant.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. getting stronger, and that's a problem when he's trying to finish through contact.
Here's Irving. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk. But with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks. He can be special.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Irving. That shot off the mark. Nice D from Doncic.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
A minute 42 left in the third quarter. Fires for 3. That one doesn't go. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. LeVert finds Irving. Nice spin off the left rim and in. 15 points for Kyrie Irving. And Doncic, here we go. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
KD passes to Jordan, and stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's Curry. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Dinwiddie against Curry. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Doris, make no mistake about it. Spencer Dinwiddie is looking to score. An instant offense type of player.
And Spencer Dinwiddie knows what his role is, and he plays it perfectly. He can go a little hot and cold for stretches, but he doesn't let it affect him. Dinwiddie's always going to provide that offensive punch that's so critical for you.
And he comes up with the deuce. Cauley Stein's got 6 points.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, you want to try to stay between Kevin Durant and the basket because he will throw it down if he gets near the cup.
The pass to Kleba. Over in the corner, Doncic. Back to Kleba. 24 seconds left to play in the third. Count that one. He's got 8.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Durant down low. Kleba defending.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Here's Kleba. Back to Doncic. Beyond the arc. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They have been excellent at both ends of the floor. The scoreboard showing what a complete performance this has been. We come back right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Luka Doncic out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Maxi Kleba. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. KD with the bucket.
Kevin Durant plays with great pace. He never allows the defense to speed him up. Just a pretty pull-up jumper.
Pass to Brunson. Here's Finney-Smith. Brunson with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. And that one drops. And the Mavericks lead by 20.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
For 3, Harris. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic has got 4 rebounds in this game. On the wing, Doncic. It's good from long range. Doncic has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Dinwiddie attacking. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Up and in on the layup. Doncic has got 7 points here in this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Allen's shot is off.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Brunson scanning the floor. No good from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Prince dishes to Harris. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 4 rebounds in this game. Dallas leading by 23. Down low. The shake. And the layup is good.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
The Nets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Cuts off the pass. Brunson with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Dallas moving it around. Here's Finney-Smith. To the middle. And stolen by Prince. In transition, here come the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball. Here's Durant. And the Nets miss again. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Doncic passes to Kleba. To the right side. Passes it to Doncic. The tray. That shot off. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 4 this quarter. Dallas leading by 23.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Mavericks.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Harris against Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. From deep. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
He's got a clear path. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. Jackson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Back to Crawford. Inside, here's Jordan. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. And so it's Dallas with it. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And again, Dallas turns it over.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Crawford, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've